Hey everyone. This is a brief explanation of demonstrative adjectives and pronouns in Spanish. First of all, let's go over why they're called demonstrative. So in that word demonstrative, we also have the word, or most of the word demonstrate. So if you're demonstrating which object or person you're talking about, you're going to use demonstrative adjectives or pronouns. For example, here I am. Oh, wait, hang on. Much better. All right, so here I am, and I'm going to be pointing at some things. Imagine in your head that I am, and I'm demonstrating which one I'm talking about. So right here, I'll say this cat. But then this one's a little bit further away, so I'll say that cat. And finally, that one way over there, I say that cat way over there. So in English, you really just have two demonstratives. You have this and that. And we'll use other words to indicate that one is even further. So we'll say that one over there. So I've got this, that, and that one over there. And these are in reference to the distance from the speaker, which may be a literal distance or a figurative distance. So that's what this is in English. Now let's go over it in Spanish. Here's me again in my proper Southwest t-shirt. Aquí tengo un gato. So I'll say este gato. Ese gato. Y aquel gato. So I've got este, ese, aquel. These are demonstrative adjectives in Spanish. Este gato, ese gato, aquel gato. Since I'm talking about one cat, and el gato is masculine, these are my demonstrative adjectives for singular masculine nouns. But let's say hay dos gatos. So now I'll say estos gatos, esos gatos, y aquellos gatos. So I've got closest estos gatos, middle esos gatos, and furthest aquellos gatos. So gatos is still masculine, but now it's plural. So these are my demonstrative adjectives for plural masculine nouns. So far, we've got masculine demonstrative adjectives. So I've got one cat. I'll say este gato, meaning this cat. Ese gato, meaning that cat. Or aquel gato, meaning that cat over there. I can pluralize these and say estos gatos for these cats, esos gatos, those cats, and aquellos gatos, those cats over there, further away. But let's go on to feminine objects. So here's me again, pointing. This flower, I'll say esta flor. Esa flor. Aquella flor. So my demonstrative adjectives for singular feminine nouns like flor, la flor, I've got esta flor, esa flor, aquella flor. Esta, esa, aquella. Similarly to the masculine ones, if I want to pluralize this, I'll say estas flores, esas flores, y aquellas flores. These are my demonstrative adjectives for plural feminine nouns. So let's add that in. So far, I've got the masculine demonstrative adjectives. And now for flower, that's my example. It's a feminine noun. Esta flor, this flower. Esa flor, that flower. Aquella flor, that flower over there. Plural, estas flores, these flowers. Esas flores, those flowers. Aquellas flores, those flowers over there. Hopefully you're seeing the patterns here. In green, I've got all of the adjectives for when something is the closest to you. Este, estos, esta, and estas. In blue, I've got that kind of middle ground for those. Ese, esos, esa, and esas. And then in purple, we've got the ones that are furthest away from us. So aquel, aquellos, aquella, aquellas. These are my demonstrative adjectives in Spanish. Remember, they're called demonstrative because I'm demonstrating which thing I'm talking about. But wait, there's more. There's always more. Check this out. Different colors, same pictures. Let's see, the only thing that's changed, these ones, and then I add accents. Accents on the E. So I've got este, ese, aquel, estos, esos, aquellos, esta, esa, aquella, estas, esas, aquellas. All of these sound exactly the same as they did without the accents, but they mean something slightly different. So, for example, in the upper left, when I say este with an accent, that means this one. If I say esta with an accent, that means this one. I'm not saying this cat or this flower, I'm just saying this one. These are called demonstrative pronouns. First, we had demonstrative adjectives, and now we have demonstrative pronouns. You're probably a little grumpy right now and wondering what's the difference between these things? Why do I care? So, demonstrative adjectives, the first part of this, the green, blue, and purple ones, those are followed by a noun, whereas demonstrative pronouns replace the noun. Examples. So here's a cat, and I say, este gato es mi favorito. Este is my demonstrative adjective. Gato is the noun that comes right after it. So I'm saying, this cat is my favorite. And you can imagine I'm pointing to it and saying, this cat, este gato es mi favorito. But let's say you ask me a question, and you ask me, ¿cuál gato es tu favorito? You ask me, which cat is your favorite? I could say, este gato es mi favorito. And just, point to the cat and say, this cat is my favorite. But I'm saying that word cat a lot. In the question, you said cuál gato, so we can assume that I'm going to answer about a cat. So I can get rid of that word and just say, este es mi favorito. So I'm going to take este gato and squish it all together, put an accent on the first E in este, and I get this one, este. Does this matter when you're speaking Spanish? Not in the least. Does not matter because it doesn't sound different. This does, however, matter when you're writing Spanish and when you're reading Spanish. I think it's particularly important when you're reading Spanish because it helps you understand the rest of a sentence. If you see a demonstrative pronoun with an accent written on it, then you can stop and think, okay, this means this one, and you can stop and figure out what noun the pronoun is referring to. It helps you with your reading comprehension. All right, here's my plural example. On the left with my demonstrative adjective, I say, esos gatos son míos. I'm pointing to them and I'm saying, those cats are mine. But let's say you ask me a question because we're in this wonderful place that's filled with lots of cats. And you're like, hey, ¿cuáles gatos son tuyos? Which cats are yours? We already know I'm talking about cats. So I could say, esos gatos son míos, but that would sound kind of repetitive. Think about it in English. Which cats are yours? Those cats are mine. We don't usually talk like that. We would generally say, which cats are yours? Oh, those ones. Those ones are mine. And you can see I've even shortened this more. So, ¿cuáles gatos son tuyos? Instead of saying esos gatos, I'll use the demonstrative pronoun and say esos with an accent on the E. I mean, I can say son míos, like those are mine, but you could just say those ones. Which cats are yours? Those ones. Esos. So, in summary, demonstrative adjectives are followed by a noun. We've got este en esta, ese en esa, aquel en aquella. Plural, estos estas, esos esas, and aquellos aquellas. Demonstrative pronouns, they replace the noun. So that's like saying this one, and I get este esta, ese esa, and aquel aquella. These sound the same. We just have that written accent on the E. Similar with the plurals, estos estas, esos esas, and aquellos aquellas. So even though it may look like a lot, you really only have to memorize half of this table and then know that the other half is the same but with a written accent. And I'm so sorry. I mean, I'm not, but I'm kind of sorry to add one more thing. There are also demonstrative pronouns that are used to refer to an idea or something that's not been identified. They would be esto for something closest, eso, something a little bit further, and aquello for something even further away. So this is useful when you would say something like, no hagas eso, don't do that. That, it's an idea, like whatever the thing that you're telling someone not to do is, it's an idea. It doesn't have a gender of masculine or feminine. It just is. So you'll hear esto and eso a lot, and aquello to a lesser extent, but it's the same idea. So sorry to add that in. Most importantly, right now, you should learn the demonstrative adjectives and demonstrative pronouns. This extra stuff, it's good to know. It's good to know it when you see it, but you'll kind of figure out as you go along when to actually use it. Cool. So take some time, go through this, write down whatever notes you need. Also find the notes sheet that is in Google Classroom that has a summary of all of this, and then you can use that to do your homework assignments. Cool. Have fun. Bye.